This episode is sponsored by the book, Did I Tell You I Love You Today? By Rory Graham, an exciting story that poses the question, if you could go back 40 years in your life with today's knowledge, what would you change and who could you save? Order yours today on Amazon, Audible, and other fine booksellers, or get an autographed copy at www.rorygraham.com.
Hello and welcome to Newsmakers, where we feature the best in business. My name is Rory Graham. I'm your host, and today we have the pleasure of having someone that I have known for quite a few years, and not only have done business with, but actually consider her a good friend. It's Heather Brinkman from Brings Financial, the Brinkman Group. Brinkman Financial Group, and we have her here today to talk to us about her company, Firings Financial. And welcome, Heather. How are you?
Hi. Great, Rory. Great to see you.
Well, good to see you. Why don't you give us? Let's just start with an overview of what is Firings Financial. It's not just a local company.
Oh no.
No.
Thank you. I would love to tell you. So Firings Financial is based out of Littleton, Colorado, which is a suburb of Denver. We've been out of there for 22 years. So we've been a financial company doing business all over the country. We started it here on the East Coast and actually in Virginia Beach back in early 2011, January of 2011, we started the company here. So, and I've been with the company ever since the beginning, and it's great.
And so how many locations are there nationwide? Do you know?
Well, we have about 20,000 agents in all 50 states. So a lot of people work, a lot of people have an office. Some people work out of their homes. Things are different these days. So a lot of people can work from home. And they, just like myself, have clients all over the country. So we can Zoom in with them when we need to, or be in person with them when we need to.
Okay. And I know that you tailor to customize products for clients depending upon their financial situation. Can you tell us a little bit about the different types of products that you offer and what's unique about them? Because there is some unique features.
Right. Well, I like to say that I'm a safe money advisor, which just means the products that we put our clients in, your money is completely safe. You're never going to lose a penny of your money. And that's huge. If you remember 2008 or 2001, when people lost more than 50% of their money overnight, nobody wants to go through that. And I don't either, because that happened to me in 2008. So what we do is we have very, very safe products called indexed products. So it might be an indexed annuity. It might be an indexed savings account. It might be an indexed life insurance policy, even where they're building a lot of cash in it. So we teach people how to grow that money, how to protect it, and never lose a penny of that money.
Okay, and you have an office in Lynnhaven, so you're in Hampton Roads. Okay, and so if someone is just thinking about possibly checking you out, that would be a good thing to do, to get a second opinion, even if they're satisfied with their financial planner.
Always a good idea to, you want to diversify your, whatever it is you have, diversify out there, diversify your products, diversify your financial people, because that's a really important thing to make sure that your financial person is doing the best thing for you at all times. Nothing wrong with having a little money in the market, and then the majority of the money you don't want to lose in an index type product where you will never lose a penny. And when I talk about index accounts, that money is not in the market, but it's based on the market. So if you look at it this way, when the market goes up, your money goes up. But if the market drops, you do not lose a penny. Your money stays right where it was. And then when the market goes up, you go right up with it. So that's the beauty of an indexed account. And these are types of products that millionaires have been using for many, many years. And we just did not have access to it. We just didn't know about them. So the mission of Five Rings is to teach people about money and how to learn all the concepts that the millionaires have been using for many, many years. Because we all have to look back. We really weren't taught about money in school. So we've all made a lot of mistakes, to include myself. And I was so thankful at the first time I was able to hear about Five Rings Financial and to go to Money 101 back in 2011.
Well, speaking of Money 101, I was going to talk about that later, but that's okay. We'll do it now.
Right.
Tell us about that, because those are held, I think, once a month. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Live once a month, although sometimes we do multiples of them because we might do a private Money 101 someplace. But Money 101 is a dinner workshop where we teach people about money. Come learn. We're not trying to sell you a darn thing. You're not going to sign in. We're not going to chase you around for months and months at a time. We're not going to call and call and email and do all those things. If you don't want us, that's fine. We think you'll probably come back to us down the road, or you might know somebody who needs us. But a lot of people right there and then after they've been to Money 101, they'll say, "Hey, I need help. Can we set an appointment?" So that's what we're able to do. But Money 101 teaches those concepts that have been around for a long time, but most people just don't know about. So that's an event for men and women. And we do those here locally at the Westin in Virginia Beach Town Center. It's a lovely, lovely place, a really nice venue, great meal. And it's just it's our gift to the community. And it's your opportunity to come and learn about those things about money that you've never been taught before.
Well, I can tell you that you'll learn a lot. I've actually been to one, and I will also agree with you that you're not trying to sell anything, but you do educate quite a bit there, and it's not boring. Food's decent, so it was good. But I did learn a lot, and so it's also not a real long experience either. You don't get caught. It's not like a timeshare presentation or something.
Oh my gosh,
I mean,
no.
it's just a really nice dinner and a short speaker, and it's very interesting. And you'd be surprised at what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And so anyway, so it was enlightening for me to go there. But you also do something for women, right? Now,
Yes.
I haven't been to that one.
Wine, Women, and Wealth. We do that once a month locally as well. Now, all of these, both Wine, Women, and Wealth and Money 101, we also do them virtually. So we do that a couple times a month so people can see it. Maybe they can't show up the night that we were having the event live, or it's not convenient for them to come. They can see a virtual event where it's live, but it's virtual. And so for Zoom. So that makes it nice. But Wine, Women, and Wealth, we do once a month. Every month it's completely different. There's three of us who actually do those presentations. It's a little wine tasting and food, a little financial education, and networking for women and only women. It's about topics that are very important to women, and there are no men there. So some of the conversations we sometimes have are really amazing. Sometimes we have tears because, for the first time, somebody's really able to let it all out, their fears about money. 90% of women will have sole responsibility for all of their finances at some point in their life, yet most people are not at all prepared for that. So that's one thing we try to help women know, learning those basic concepts. Because let's say if you're a single woman or you are, somebody who's trying to grow your business, it's a great place to be because it is a great way to network and meet other people out there, other women who you might find your next best client. You might find your next best friend. You never know what you're going to learn or who you're going to meet at Wine, Women, and Wealth. Like I said, it's different every month. So we have people, we call them groupies. They've been coming over and over and over and over for the last over 10 years now. So we invite you as well to come.
Okay, well, I know a question I was getting to before we jumped into 101 was that you represent a lot of different products. Mm-hmm. So no matter what financial situation a customer is in, or a client, I guess you call them, you can fix something or a custom design something that's just right for their needs. So you have a lot of different choices. So it's not like
Right.
you do one plan for everybody.
Right. We love that about what we do at Five Rings Financial because we're brokers. We find the best products for our clients' needs. Everybody's different. Everyone's situation is different. We're all on different time frames. And, some of we work from very young, 20 years old to actually my youngest client is 18. And although I have some babies as well, that parents are doing something for them. But and my older clients, into their 80s. So I feel really lucky that we're able to help everybody because we're finding the best products for our clients' needs. And like Rory said, I am actually out there shopping for those best products for that specific purpose. What is it that client's looking? Are they looking for a guaranteed stream of income that they cannot outlive? I mean, that's really a big concern for seniors is running out of money. So a lot of times we'll find them a guaranteed income stream product, and we have a lot of companies to choose from. So we find out, when do you think you want to turn that money on? Excuse me. And are you looking for a certain amount or are you looking for a certain time frame? We're going to find the best product that's going to give you the most money for that specific need. And we have some people who just want to build a big pile of money. We do that too. So that's a couple different things. But none of your money's at risk, which is the beauty of all of this. So we take people's money from risk. Maybe it's in the market. Maybe it's your old 401k or your old IRA that a client has somewhere else. We just move that money over to safety. You do not have to risk your money to make great money. So that's one of our big things. We want people to know that because in the past, they think you either go to the bank where the money's super safe, right? Super safe, but you're not making much. Or you go to the market, the stock market, and you never know with the stock market. Some days it's up, some days it's down. And like we've said, 2008, you lost 56%. 2001 was 52%. And back in 2019 or 2020 with the COVID, and people lost 30% overnight. So, I mean, it is just crazy. Never lose a penny, only make the gains, not the downs.
So this is tied to the market, but it's not in the market.
Right, exactly, which makes it a little bit different than what people know that's available. Most people don't even know what we do is available. So that's one of the reasons we love, doing the Money 101, just to educate people. Because like you said, what you don't know, you don't know. But there are great products out there. It's just a matter of finding the right person who does those products. Because not everybody does the same thing. I don't put people in the market. I have to sleep at night. I don't want my clients to lose money because that happened to me in 2008. So I'm all about safety. My clients are all about safety. And that when they're ready for their money, we want to know that their money's going to be there for them.
Okay. Now, do you see something on the horizon that for your industry, or is your industry? Let me ask it this way: is your industry changing? Is different things affecting your industry? Is AI having an effect on it? Is
everything affects?
Yes,
everything affects our industry,
yeah.
And we're also in a presidential election year. That should be a scare right there because typically in an election year, markets usually take a dive. We don't know how much it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a 50%. But typically 6 months before or up to 6 months after, there's usually a big fluctuation of the markets. And if you listen to anybody out there, whether they're in my business or they're somebody who's putting people in the market, there's a lot of talk about and concern about the markets dropping here soon. So what I like to tell my clients is, hey, take those ups that you have earned, maybe in that old 401k or that IRA or wherever it is. Lock that stuff in by moving it over to somebody like me, and now you'll never lose a penny. You can only go up from there. So just like a ball, when the ball drops, it bounces up. And what I'm seeing anytime in the stock market with the big drops, it's going to rise. But how about if you start racing that money up from where it was and not down here? Because that's the scary part. If you have to start all over again, oh my gosh, it's fine if you're young, but if you're older and you're looking to retire, you do not have time to make up for loss. So that's one of the beauties about working with us and making sure that your money is safe. And most people don't know about that, so we're all so happy to talk to you about it.
And so, if someone wants to connect with and they don't, it's a free consultation, correct?
Of course. We're a non-fee based company, so you will never pay us. The money we get paid comes from the companies that we do the work with for you. We're kind of like that in between. They pay us directly. Not one penny of your money will go to us.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
And
So, so, I didn't end up paying you anything.
Not a dang thing.
So,
But we had lots of chuckles, didn't we?
Actually, we did. We did. And so it is quite different. But it's really hard for people to understand when you tell them about it. They go, "No," I said, no. Well, really, it is true. Okay, so is there something that you would like to leave the viewer with here? Some advice that you'd like to?
My advice would be just have a look. Be smart about your money. Take the time to just sit down and have a conversation with me or somebody at Five Rings Financial. I think it's just so important to know that you need to be able to understand what you have and what you want in the future. That's the most important thing. If you don't have a goal or a plan, then it's just it can be a disaster. So you want to have a goal and you want to have a plan, and that's what we try to help people with. And so I think it's worth anybody's time just to sit down and discuss that with us, because we want to make sure that you are where you think you're going to be. Okay. And that we can give you a good idea of where you'll be when you want to retire. And maybe it's not retirement. I'm setting up retirement plans all the time for people, or moving money over. But we also do living benefits life insurance, and that's life insurance you do not have to die to use. The number one reason for bankruptcies in our country and foreclosures, by the way, is because somebody gets sick. Mm-hmm. The number one reason for businesses going out of business is because somebody gets sick. So our life insurance with living benefits pays you if you have a critical, chronic, or terminal illness, or even Alzheimer's. That's going to pay you money when you need it most. So you're just taking that death benefit, that life insurance policy, paying yourself, out of that. Those come in term policies, really inexpensive. It's the same thing as the old death insurance. It's just the new kind of life insurance. And we also build tax-free retirement plans with those policies as well. I've been self-employed for over 35 years. I never had a 401k or anything else. And what little bit I did have, I lost in 2008. But we can set up those plans. We work with entrepreneurial people who are self-employed, who don't have a plan, who don't have any way to set up a retirement. They don't know how to go about doing that. We help them through one of those plans, because it's the best way to do it. It's written right into the IRS tax code that all money in a life insurance policy is 100% tax-free. Come to Money 101 and learn a little bit more about that. But we set up, so it might be just an index savings plan. It might be an index college plan for your kids. It might be an index retirement plan. It's some sort of plan for you where you're never going to lose that money. That money is going to be there when you need it, and it has lots of great benefits with it.
Well, I know you're certainly an expert in that, and I learned a lot at Money 101. I encourage anybody to go to that. So it's been a pleasure having you here today, telling us all about this, and it's nice to see you again.
Great to see you. Thanks for asking me.
And so I wish you a great deal of continued success.
Thank you.
All right. So that's this episode of Newsmakers. And if you would find yourself wanting to be on here to promote your business, then give us a call or email us, and the contact information is coming right up.